get out there like 100 miles. Jesus. You have to be nervous. Be nervous. The training will be fun, but brutal. All right, today's run, I am doing a 10K. Did a 1 mile warm up just now. I'll do 2 by 2 miles at half marathon pace, which is about a 6:50. Maybe faster, maybe 6:40. Actually, scratch that, I forgot where I'm at. I'm on a very hilly route today, like hills that are just almost straight up. This is not flat, so the effort, I guess, will be half marathon effort. Yeah, so I'll do 2 by 2 miles, and then I'll do another mile or so cool down to get me to 10K. That should get me to where I need to be for the day. Got less than 3 weeks to the San Diego Rock and Roll Marathon, and despite never really hitting 6th gear in this training block, I'm still confident in a successful run. So let's just keep it going. Time to get those 2 by 2s. Go. So yeah, 2 by 2 with about maybe a 2-minute break in between. Let's get this going. The hills are going to be, this is actually one of my favorite routes, but it's just a big circle, but it's also quite hilly. So I'll try and get that on video. Although you can never really tell on video just how steep something is or how big of a wave it really is. So, especially in this view, which is the super view. All right, I'm ready to do this. All right, 2 miles in. First repeat done. Take about a minute to breathe and do it again. All right, the second one is done. Slower by about 10 seconds, 6:53 average per mile. It's a little hillier on the second half. Nevertheless, got it done. Time for a cool down. Out on my long run today. Today's 13 miles. Quick update. I do feel some pain in my left foot. I've felt some pain in my left foot now for a couple of weeks, but it seems to have gotten worse. Get these real sharp pains in my left foot when I land. I'm gonna try and push through this. Just one more long run, and then I can taper, recover, whatever. Just one more good run, foot. We can do this. Let's get it done. 1 mile in, 12 to go. Thank you, Brian. Mile 9, averaging 7:33 a mile. Time of 1:08. I am suffering on this run, and I'm super bummed. I can't quite figure it out. I just have no gas today. I am out of fuel. I don't know, maybe it's mental. I did throw up my first gel at mile 7. I threw it up. I'm getting annoyed. I've stopped. I retied my shoe because of my foot. Just feeling like it's my left foot again. And I can come up with a lot of excuses, but this is a moment to kind of deploy that racing strategy of the 5 R's, where I just kind of recognized what's happening and refuse those thoughts, reframe them into something much more positive about the fact I am still on a decent pace. The wind has picked up, so it's cooling. It feels like it's cooling off because it got hot there for a little bit. It's kind of humid today. And then I just gotta just reframe it into a more positive picture that I can do 4 miles. And I don't need to try and gun for like a 7:30 pace. Just run strong, feel good about it, finish feeling good about it. All right, and then I'm gonna resume. I'm gonna get going here in a minute. I don't like having to walk during a run. Sometimes I just need that reset. All right, yeah, let's just go 4 miles. We do have a big hill though I've got a big hill in front of me, but that's intentional. Again, that's meant to kind of mimic the San Diego Marathon Highway 163 hill at the end of the race, you know? So the hill of suffering. So this one's gonna suffer. I'm gonna suffer on this one. But it doesn't kill you, it makes you stronger. All right, I gotta get going. Let's just get this done. Let's have some fun with it. Welcome back to the Surf Run channel. Week 14 of 16 is ending here in just a few short miles. I've got about a couple more miles when I turn my watch off while I do this to reach 30 miles for week 14. 30 miles done in 4 different runs. A great mix of runs this week. I got hill work done on Tuesday, speed work done on Thursday, long run on Saturday, yesterday, easy run of 6 miles today, 5 to 6 miles, I think. Actually 5.5 miles. That's what's on tap for today. So I love that mix versus just like moderate, 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 moderate. For me to feel progress and being able to run faster and further and more efficient, it involves kind of a mix of runs. I can't just keep running the same pace day after day or the same distance day after day. You gotta mix it up. So I think I did that this week. So I would call this a successful pseudo taper week for me, just getting some moderate mileage in, but still keeping the intensity up. Yeah, it's a beautiful day here. We actually have some thunderstorms brewing on the horizon. It's warm, it's humid today. Feels great. It's good to be outdoors. It's perfect. Much like yesterday's long run of 13 miles. I was kind of curious as to why maybe I was feeling the elements more than I have in the past few months. And that's because the humidity level's gone up. Starting to get a little bit of like a monsoonal pattern, bringing in some humidity from the east versus from the west, which is just kind of a cooler, drier air. But anyways, here we are. A good week. Actually, I started Monday off surfing in the morning, and that was great. There was a really good swell last week, the end of last week, where we had this long period south swell, just lines to the horizon for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Well, I surfed Tuesday morning also, now that I think about it. So I surfed Monday. I think I surfed twice on Monday and surfed Tuesday morning, and then was able to get back into town and do the hill workout with the Stay Fit crew. So yeah, good week. I have to bring up the fact that I've got some pain in my left foot, the top of my foot, when I put weight on it. Probably it is overuse, or maybe my biomechanics plus overuse, plus hills, plus maybe the shoes I've been wearing. I'm sure it's an entire combination of things that has just caused a bit of pain in my left foot, and I can definitely feel it today. And the further I run on it, the less I feel. It's just that first miles worth of running, or it's not plantar fascia, because that would be something where in my experience you feel it on the bottom of your foot. This feels a bit more like maybe a tiny, hopefully super tiny stress fracture. Feels more like skeletal than ligament or muscle, but I guess one more reason to really start to taper. So I'm not sure exactly what that means for next week, because next week I've got 20 miles to run next week, which does include the Tuesday hill workout, the speed work on Thursday, a 10-mile long run over the weekend, and then whatever mileage that I need to get to hit 20 will be an easy run on Sunday. So yeah, feeling okay about where I'm at in marathon training. I really have to be realistic with what kind of pace I think I might go out at for the marathon. Just be honest with myself and pick one that is, gosh, it's a pace that is, I guess, both challenging but realistic. And I can't necessarily go out thinking a 7:15 pace or 7:05 pace maybe, which I've been doing the past few marathons. We'll see. I still got a couple weeks. We'll see how I feel in a couple weeks. And of course on race day, right? Got to be flexible. For me, I got to be flexible. I certainly will make the pace challenging, and if I have to back off that pace, then so be it. But the goal for me for this San Diego Rock and Roll Marathon right now, the stretch of that race, which I feel is kind of key to success, would be between miles 16 and 22. I think I can get up to 16 with a moderate effort, and the goal is, anyways, with moderate effort, not really feeling much of anything up until that point, meaning it's a pace that I can hold and a pace that I'm comfortable with. Maybe by mile 16 I will start feeling it for sure, but it should be that feeling of yeah, I can feel that I've been running 16 miles. but I also feel that with only 10 miles left, that I can for sure maintain that pace, if not pick that pace up, because miles 16 through 22 is by SeaWorld. It's on Friars Road, and it's relatively flat for the most part, and a stretch where you can just kind of, again, put the head down, go into a Zen-like state, pick up the pace, maybe listen to music. That would be the first opportunity for me to put the earbuds in and maybe get a kick of some music. Up to that point, no music for me. So maybe, we'll see. I think that's the goal anyway, 16 through 22. If you haven't run the San Diego course, that's a good time to assess where you're at and choose, do I pick the pace up? Am I on pace? Am I off pace? Like, you got to kind of figure out what you want to do, how you want to manage those last 10 miles. Because mile 22 is the start of the 2-mile hill. So that right there is its own race, I guess. So yeah, I think that's it. I think that's week 14. I hope you're enjoying the channel. Like, subscribe, share it if you can. 14 weeks of 16 weeks of training has gone by fairly quickly, and I don't honestly feel like I should in theory be at peak right now. I don't feel like I'm at peak. So I gotta find a way to feel mentally, I guess, confident in this race and excited for this race. And I think maybe that means for sure me not being overcooked. I definitely rather be undercooked for the race. So that probably means I'm gonna really take it easy in 2 weeks and probably do some low impact workouts. I might get on the bike again. So perhaps going to Bear Down on Friday and doing weighted jump ropes might not have been a great idea. That was putting a lot of pressure on my left foot, and we were doing a minute of non-stop jump rope and did that 5 times. So I was able to go unbroken for the second, third, and fourth rep. But the first and fifth rep, I think I did go broken, or I went 45 seconds and had to stop for a moment and kind of get back into that rhythm. You know, sometimes you just get out of rhythm on the jump rope, especially the weighted jump rope, right? Which is just like heavier to jump rope with. But anyways, it's a great workout, by the way. It's great to be back at Bear Down. I love Bear Down. I love the scene. And however, sometimes I just have to be aware of maybe what potential injury I may have and adjust my workout. So we were also holding kettlebells and doing step-ups with heavy kettlebells and push and pull on the sled. So these are things that put a lot of weight and pressure and strain on your feet. So, which is good. You need to strengthen your feet, but not if you've got an issue like I've got right now. And I've never had this close to a race before. So this is something different, but something I'm not worrying over or stressing about. I think in a couple weeks time this will be gone and I'll be running. Plus yesterday I ran 13 miles, and after the second mile or so I didn't even feel it, other than maybe slight pressure, I guess, because I feel I had my shoe tied too tight. So I actually ended up stopping and loosening my shoelaces, and that helped a lot. So anyways, all right, Surf Run channel out, week 14 of 16, and I will catch you next week. Hope everything's going well. Hope your training is going well. Surf Run out.